All right, picture this. You're heading into an interview for your dream sports journalist job, but you're not nervous. You're walking in with total confidence, like you know exactly what to expect.
Yeah, that's the goal. Right. And that's exactly what we're diving into today, giving you the knowledge and the strategies to really ace that interview.
Exactly. We're going to be using some really cool resources today, excerpts from RoleCatcher's Career Guide, Sports Journalist, and their Interview Guide, Sports Journalist.
We'll unpack all sorts of tips, real-world examples, and even how RoleCatcher's AI can help you stand out.
This is going to be super valuable, whether you're just starting out or you've already got some experience under your belt.
For sure. Let's jump right in with a question that comes up all the time. What inspired you to pursue a career in sports journalism?
Ooh, that one seems simple, but I bet there's more to it than just saying, I love sports.
Right. It's about showing that passion, that genuine excitement that shows you're not just a casual fan.
So instead of just rattling off your favorite teams,
Think about a specific event or a story that really lit that fire for you.
like maybe witnessing a record-breaking performance or a story of resilience that really got to you.
Exactly. Share that story. Let them see what drives you.
Don't be afraid to get personal, too. Maybe a specific journalist inspired you, or a family member who shared their love of sports and storytelling.
Those personal touches can make your answer so much stronger.
Totally. Now, building on that passion, interviewers want to know you're staying informed.
So get ready for the question. How do you stay up to date with the latest in the sports industry?
So it's not just about watching ESPN.
Definitely not. They want to see you're a dedicated follower, someone who goes beyond just skimming the headlines.
So we should mention specific publications, websites, podcasts, social media accounts that we follow.
And don't just list them. Explain why you choose those sources.
Do they give you in-depth analysis, different perspectives, breaking news?
Exactly. And this is where you can show off your critical thinking skills.
Oh, right. Because with so much information out there, how do you know what's reliable?
Do you cross-reference info? Consider different viewpoints.
You know, RoleCatcher's Career Guide actually talks about this. The importance of developing those critical thinking skills.
It's not just about reporting the facts, it's about analyzing them, giving them context, offering insightful commentary.
Makes sense. Okay, let's switch gears a bit and talk about interviewing skills. How do you approach conducting interviews with athletes and coaches?
This one's all about showing you can go beyond just getting information, that you can build rapport and get those insightful answers.
So more than just firing off a list of questions.
Definitely. It's about preparation, respect, and really the art of conversation.
So talk about your process. How do you research the person you're interviewing?
Do you adjust your questions based on their background and what's going on in the sports world right now?
Do you try to create a comfortable environment for them to open up?
Exactly. They're looking for someone who can dig deeper, get to the heart of the story.
Do you ask questions that make them think? Do you really listen to their answers? Do you try to draw out those personal insights and stories?
Highlighting those skills shows you can connect with people and create really compelling narratives.
You know what's cool? RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you fine-tune your answers to this question.
It analyzes what you say and suggests ways to really highlight those key parts. Preparation, rapport building, insightful questioning. It's like having a virtual interview coach right there with you.
That's awesome. Now imagine this. You're dealing with breaking news, something that could affect a huge event or a big-name athlete's career.
How do you balance the need for accuracy with the need for speed when reporting breaking news? That's what they want to know.
Things just got real. This is a high-pressure situation.
And they want to see that you prioritize journalistic integrity, even when the clock is ticking.
So walk them through your fact-checking process. How do you verify information from multiple sources?
How do you make sure you're not sacrificing accuracy just to be the first one to publish?
If you have a specific example of a time you chose accuracy over speed, definitely share it.
Shows you understand the power of your words and the importance of responsible reporting.
This reminds me of something in RoleCatcher's Interview Guide. They suggest having a few star stories ready to go.
Situation, task, action, result stories you can use to really illustrate your skills and experience.
That's such a good idea. Having those stories prepped can help you stay calm and focused under pressure.
Now, sports can get pretty controversial. Doping scandals, player misconduct, social justice issues.
Yeah, so be ready to answer how you approach covering controversial or sensitive topics.
It's not about avoiding those tough issues. It's about showing you can handle them with sensitivity and integrity.
So emphasize your commitment to thorough research, balanced reporting, presenting multiple perspectives.
Even when it's something emotionally charged. Would you reach out to everyone involved, consult experts, frame the issue carefully?
And sometimes covering these topics can lead to criticism or even backlash. How would you handle that?
How would you engage in those tough conversations while staying true to your journalistic principles?
It's about showing you can navigate those situations with maturity and professionalism.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually give you feedback on your answers to these sensitive questions.
Oh, that's helpful. It can analyze your wording and suggest ways to express yourself clearly, respectfully, and in an unbiased way.
Which is super important when dealing with these kinds of topics.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's move into the world of modern storytelling. Sports journalism isn't just about wins and losses anymore.
It's about using data and analytics to find trends, provide context, tell deeper, more engaging stories.
So get ready to answer. How do you approach incorporating data and analytics into your reporting?
This is your chance to show you're comfortable with these tools.
And how you use them to make your stories even better.
And don't just say, I'm good with numbers. Give them real examples.
Have you ever used data visualization to create a cool graphic that explains a team's performance?
Or maybe you crunched some numbers and discovered something surprising about a player's strengths or weaknesses.
Those real-world examples make your data skills come alive.
And show you can use them to tell more powerful stories.
What's really neat is that RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the job you're going for.
And suggest ways to tailor your answer to their specific data and analytics needs.
So if you're applying to a publication known for its in-depth stats, RoleCatcher can help you highlight those skills.
It's like having a custom game plan for each interview.
All right, let's talk teamwork. Sports journalism is rarely a solo gig.
You're usually part of a team working with editors, photographers, other journalists to bring those stories to life.
So be ready to answer. How do you approach collaborating with editors, photographers, and other journalists on a story?
This is your time to shine a light on your communication skills, how you take feedback, your willingness to contribute to the team's vision.
Share some examples of successful collaborations. What did you contribute? How did you value others' input?
Did you work closely with a photographer to get the perfect shot for your story?
Did you brainstorm with a colleague to make your angle even stronger?
Those real-world examples really demonstrate your collaborative skills.
And RoleCatcher's Career Guide gives some great insights into what it's really like to work as a sports journalist,
It emphasizes how important collaboration and teamwork are.
which you can use to tailor your answers and show that you understand the industry.
Okay, let's talk personal branding. In the digital age, having a strong online presence is crucial for any journalist.
Especially in a competitive field like sports.
Mm-hmm.
So be prepared to answer how you approach building a personal brand as a sports journalist
This is where you show off your understanding of the digital landscape.
and how you use it to establish your own voice and expertise.
Do you have a blog? A strong social media presence? Are you engaging with other fans online?
Highlight those efforts and explain how you use them to connect with your audience.
And remember, authenticity is key.
It's not about creating some fake persona. It's about letting your genuine passion and knowledge shine through.
Do you have a unique take on a specific sport or league? Are you known for your in-depth interviews? Or maybe your witty commentary?
Embrace those things that make you different. Let your personality come through.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually analyze your online presence and give you feedback on your personal brand.
Seriously, it can suggest ways to strengthen your online identity, expand your reach, even point out areas where you could improve.
It's true. Now, let's take a global perspective. Sports go beyond borders, and you might end up covering international events or athletes from different cultures.
So be prepared to answer how you approach covering international sports events or athletes from different cultures.
This is where you show your cultural sensitivity and your ability to report accurately on a global scale,
It's about showing respect for other cultures.
a willingness to learn, and the ability to navigate cultural differences with sensitivity and accuracy.
Have you had experiences with other languages or international sporting traditions?
Have you interviewed athletes from different backgrounds?
Share those experiences and highlight what you've learned about approaching those interactions with respect and understanding.
And even if you haven't had a ton of international experience,
Show that you're committed to cultural sensitivity.
explain how you'd research and report on athletes from different cultures, emphasizing respect for their backgrounds and accurate representation.
It's about being a responsible global citizen in the world of sports journalism.
And RoleCatcher's Interview Guide has some great advice on tailoring your answers to different jobs.
Like if you're applying to an international publication, RoleCatcher can help you emphasize your cultural awareness.
To show you're a good fit for that global audience.
Now we all know the mainstream sports get a lot of attention, but there's a whole world of underrepresented sports out there.
So be ready to answer. How do you approach covering sports that are traditionally underrepresented in mainstream media?
This is your chance to show your passion for diversity and inclusivity in sports coverage,
Your willingness to shine a light on these often overlooked stories.
to give a voice to athletes and communities that deserve more recognition.
Share what you understand about the challenges and rewards of covering these sports.
Maybe you have experience reporting on a local sport that doesn't get much national attention.
Highlight those experiences and explain why you think these stories matter.
Even if you haven't covered underrepresented sports before.
Show your enthusiasm for expanding the scope of sports journalism.
Explain how you'd approach researching and reporting on these sports.
With fairness, accuracy, and a platform for diverse voices.
It's about showing you're committed to a more inclusive and representative sports media landscape.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you tailor your answers to reflect that commitment to diversity.
So if you're applying somewhere that values inclusive coverage, RoleCatcher can help you refine your answers to align with those values.
And show you're a good fit for that specific role.
We've covered some really crucial interview questions today, and how RoleCatcher can help you craft those awesome responses that show off your passion, your knowledge, your skills.
But RoleCatcher's impact goes way beyond interview prep.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore how RoleCatcher's AI can help you create a standout CV
Find jobs that match your skills.
and even get noticed by employers.
So stay tuned for more. So we've talked a lot about tackling those interview questions, but now let's get into how RoleCatcher can really be your secret weapon throughout the whole job search.
Ooh, I love a good secret weapon.
Yeah.
And honestly, just the thought of writing my CV makes me want to put it off forever. It feels like such a huge task, trying to squeeze all my experience and skills into one document.
Yeah, it can definitely feel overwhelming. But that's where RoleCatcher's AI-powered CV resume builder comes in. It's designed to take out the guesswork and help you create a CV that really stands out.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me how this AI actually helps.
Well, imagine this. Instead of staring at a blank page, you've got this tool that analyzes tons of job descriptions. It understands what hiring managers are looking for. Then it helps you tailor your CV to match those specific requirements.
So it's like having a personal CV expert who can instantly tell you the keywords, the skills, the experience that'll really resonate with the employer.
You got it. You just upload your current CV, choose the job you're applying for. And RoleCatcher's AI looks at both and suggests changes that align your qualifications with what they're looking for.
Talk about a time saver. But does it just focus on keywords, or does it go deeper than that?
It goes way deeper. RoleCatcher's AI also looks at the tone and style of your CV. Make sure it's professional, concise, easy to read. It even suggests formatting tweaks. That can make your CV more visually appealing, so it really stands out from the pile.
That's smart, because let's face it, nobody wants to read a messy, confusing CV. It's like your first impression. You want to make it count.
Absolutely. And here's another feature I think is super valuable. RoleCatcher's AI can actually spot gaps in your skills or experience, things that might be holding you back in your job search.
Wait, so it's like a career counselor who can point out areas where I need to improve or gain more experience.
Exactly. And it doesn't just point them out. It also gives you recommendations for courses, certifications, even volunteer opportunities that can help you fill those gaps and make you a stronger candidate.
Okay, that's impressive. I can see how helpful that would be, especially for someone just starting out or looking to switch careers. But let's be honest, a great CV is only half the battle. What about those dreaded cover letters?
I knew you were going to ask about those. But don't worry, RoleCatcher's got you covered there too. Their AI-powered cover letter builder makes it so much easier to write a compelling and personalized letter.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does this AI help me write a cover letter? That doesn't sound generic or robotic.
It takes the job description, figures out the company culture, and then helps you write a letter that highlights your most relevant skills and experience, using the right tone and language.
So it's like a writing assistant. Who knows exactly what hiring managers want to read?
Exactly. It even suggests opening and closing lines that are designed to grab their attention and make a lasting impression.
That's awesome. Seriously, staring at a blank page, trying to come up with a catchy first line is always the hardest part for me.
I think a lot of people feel that way. And just like with the CV Builder, RoleCatcher's AI checks the tone and style of your cover letter too. Make sure it's professional, engaging, and error-free.
So it's not just about what you say. It's about how you present it. Making your cover letter look good is just as important.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about online job applications. We've all been there, spending hours filling out those endless forms, answering the same questions over and over.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah.
They're so tedious and time-consuming. It's like they're designed to test your patience.
I hear ya. But RoleCatcher's AI can actually help streamline that process too. It can fill in some of the basic info based on your profile, saves you time, and reduces the risk of those annoying typos.
Okay, that's a big help already.
Yeah.
But what about those open-ended questions? The ones that ask about your strengths and weaknesses
Yeah.
or your long-term goals? Those are always tough for me.
Well, imagine having access to a database of answers to those common application questions, all tailored to the specific job you're going for.
Whoa, so it's like a cheat sheet for online applications. That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But are these responses just generic templates? Or are they personalized?
They're way more than just templates. RoleCatcher's AI looks at your profile, understands your qualifications, and suggests answers that highlight your most relevant skills and experience in a way that's still authentic.
That takes a lot of the pressure off. Instead of stressing over every word, I can use those suggestions as a starting point and then tailor them to my own voice and style.
That's the idea. And remember, it's not about being dishonest or exaggerating. It's about using AI to help you express your qualifications effectively and show why you're the right person for the job.
Makes sense. But even with the best AI tools, sometimes you need a bit of extra human guidance and support.
You're absolutely right. And that's why RoleCatcher has personalized career coaching. Their coaches are experienced pros who really care about helping people reach their career goals.
So it's like having a personal mentor, someone who can give you advice, support, and maybe even a pep talk when you need it most.
You got it. And RoleCatcher's coaches come from all sorts of backgrounds and industries, so you can find someone who understands your specific goals and challenges. They can help with everything from refining your CV and practicing for interviews to negotiating salary and building your network.
That's super valuable, especially for someone who's feeling a bit lost or unsure about their next career move. Having someone to bounce ideas off of and get expert advice can make all the difference.
It really can. Now let's talk about networking, which is so important but often gets overlooked in the job search. We touched on RoleCatcher's network feature earlier, but let's dig a bit deeper into how it can help you build those meaningful connections and tap into the hidden job market.
Okay, confession time. Networking has always felt a bit intimidating to me. It often feels forced, like I'm just trying to get something from people.
Yeah.
Does RoleCatcher's network offer a more genuine way to connect with others?
It absolutely does. RoleCatcher's network is all about creating those organic connections based on shared interests and career goals. It's not about cold calling or sending out generic messages. It's about building real relationships with people who share your passion for sports journalism and who can offer valuable insights and support.
So it's like a virtual community where I can connect with like-minded people, share ideas, and learn from each other's experiences.
Exactly. And here's where the AI comes in again. RoleCatcher's AI can look at your skills and experience and recommend potential connections that might be a good fit for you. It takes out the guesswork of networking and helps you build relationships with people who can actually help your career grow.
So it's like a matchmaker for your professional life, connecting you with people who have similar interests and who can offer guidance and support.
Precisely. And it's not just about connecting with other sports journalists. RoleCatcher's network also lets you connect with industry professionals like editors, producers, even athletes and coaches.
Whoa. So I could connect with the very people I want to work with or interview.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's not about bombarding them with requests or pitches. It's about building relationships, having meaningful conversations, learning from their experience. Who knows? Those connections might even lead to job opportunities down the road.
That's the beauty of networking, right? It's about building those genuine relationships that can open doors and create opportunities you never even imagined.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's network gives you a safe and supportive environment for making those connections. You can join groups based on your interests, participate in discussions, and even attend virtual events where you can interact with industry leaders and learn about the latest trends in sports journalism.
Okay, this is all sounding pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But let's be real. One of the most frustrating things about job searching is sending your application out into the void, never knowing if a real person even sees it. Does RoleCatcher offer any solution for that?
They do. That's where their employer matching system comes in. Imagine this. Instead of endlessly scrolling through job boards and sending applications into the abyss, you have employers actively searching for your profile and reaching out to you with opportunities that are a perfect match for your skills and experience.
Seriously. That sounds almost too good to be true. But how does it work? Do I have to do anything special to get noticed by employers?
It's super simple. When you create your RoleCatcher profile, you can make it searchable by employers. This means that those employers who are looking for someone with your specific skills and experience, they can actually find you and contact you directly.
So it's like having a personal recruiter working behind the scenes. To connect me with employers who are actually looking for someone like me, that takes so much pressure off the job search.
Exactly. And it's not just any employer. RoleCatcher's AI analyzes your profile and matches you with employers whose values and culture align with your own.
So it's not just about finding any job. It's about finding the right job. A place where you feel valued, challenged, and fulfilled. That's a game changer.
It really is. And here's the best part. When an employer reaches out through RoleCatcher, they've already checked out your profile, and they're genuinely interested in what you have to offer.
Such a confidence boost. No more wondering if your application is even being looked at. You can go into the interview feeling prepared, empowered, and knowing you've already made a good impression.
That's right. And it's not just about getting contacted by employers. RoleCatcher also gives you insights into who's viewed your profile, which jobs they've looked at, and even how long they spent reading your application.
Whoa. So I can actually see if a potential employer's really interested. That's incredible. No more wondering if my application got lost somewhere.
It gives you valuable info about the hiring process, so you can adjust your follow-up accordingly. You can see which employers are most engaged and focus your energy on those opportunities.
It's about taking the guesswork out of the job search and giving you the data and information you need to make smarter decisions. But, even with the best matchmaking system, sometimes you need a little extra help to really navigate the job search. And that's where RoleCatcher's career coaching comes in. We've talked about the coaches, but I think it's worth highlighting how valuable they can be.
I totally agree. RoleCatcher's career coaches are experienced professionals who are really passionate about helping people succeed. They offer all sorts of services tailored to your specific needs, whether it's help with your CV and cover letter, prepping for tough interview questions, or even navigating salary negotiations and planning our long-term career.
It's like having a personal cheerleader and strategist in your corner, someone who's there to guide you, support you, and give you that extra push when you need it most.
That's a great way to put it. And RoleCatcher's coaches come from all sorts of different backgrounds, so you can find someone who truly understands your aspirations and challenges. They'll take the time to get to know you, figure out your goals, and create a custom plan to help you get there.
I love that personalized approach. There's no one-size-fits-all solution for careers. Having a coach who can give you that tailored guidance is so valuable.
Absolutely. And RoleCatcher's coaches are dedicated to helping you reach your goals, whether it's landing that dream job, moving up in your current role, or even making a complete career change.
Okay, so we've covered a lot about how RoleCatcher can help, from building a fantastic CV to networking, and even getting noticed by employers. But you know what? Even with all these amazing tools and resources, just the thought of going into that interview room can still be nerve-wracking.
You're so right. And that's why RoleCatcher has something truly revolutionary, their interview practice tool. We've talked about how important it is to practice your answers, but RoleCatcher takes it to a whole new level with their AI-powered video practice feature.
Okay, now I'm really curious. Tell me more about how this video practice actually works.
It's really simple. And honestly, Magical RoleCatcher has put together a library of common interview questions, covering all sorts of industries and jobs. You just pick the questions that make sense for the job you want, and then you use your webcam or your phone to record yourself answering them.
So it's like a virtual mock interview from the comfort of my own home. Genius. I can practice without the stress of a real interview setting.
Exactly. And this is where the AI comes in again. RoleCatcher's AI watches your recordings and gives you personalized feedback on everything, from your delivery and body language to your tone of voice. It can tell you what you're doing well and where you might need some improvement.
Whoa, so it's like having a personal interview coach who's watching your every move and giving you tips on how to perfect your technique.
That's it. And the AI isn't just giving you generic feedback, it tailors its suggestions to your personality and communication style. So you can develop an authentic and compelling interview presence. That's true to who you are.
So it's not about trying to fit into some mold or become someone else. It's about being yourself and using AI to help you be the best version of yourself.
Exactly. And there's another feature that I find super helpful. RoleCatcher's AI actually tracks your progress over time, so you can see how your interview skills are improving with each practice session.
I love that. It's like turning interview practice into a game. You're tracking your scores and seeing real results from your effort. It's way better than just practicing in front of the mirror. and hoping for the best.
It really is. And with RoleCatcher's AI-powered interview practice, you can turn those interview jitters into calm confidence, knowing you've put in the work and you're ready to shine. Now, let's talk about something that can be super helpful when you're feeling stuck in your job or just not sure about your next career move. RoleCatcher's Career Compass. Imagine you have a vague idea of where you want to go, but you could really use some guidance to figure out your next steps.
Ugh, that feeling of career uncertainty is the worst. It's like you're standing at a fork in the road with a million different paths ahead of you, but no clue which one to take.
I've totally been there. It can be so overwhelming. But that's where RoleCatcher's Career Compass comes in. It's like having a career counselor right in your pocket, guiding you toward a path that aligns with your skills, your experience, your aspirations.
Okay, I'm hooked. Tell me how this career compass actually works.
It starts with their AI-powered tool that looks at your skills, experience, and interests. It takes all that info and suggests potential career paths that might be a good fit for you.
So it's not just about finding another job, it's about finding a career that you actually care about, and that utilizes your strengths.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's Career Compass doesn't just give you a list. It goes way deeper. It gives you detailed information about each career path, like typical job duties, skills needed, education, average salary, and even potential for growth and advancement.
That's some seriously valuable intel, especially for someone like me who has trouble picturing what different careers actually look like in the real world. It's like getting a glimpse into the future, so you can make informed decisions about where you want to go.
It really is. And get this, RoleCatcher's Career Compass also considers your interests and passions, so you might discover career paths you hadn't even thought of before.
So it's not just about what you're good at. It's also about what you truly enjoy doing. It's about finding something that aligns with your values, that gives you a sense of purpose, and makes you excited to get out of bed in the morning.
Exactly. And here's another thing I love about it. RoleCatcher's Career Compass can also suggest courses, certifications, even volunteer opportunities to help you develop those specific skills and experience you need to go after your dream career.
It's like having a personalized career development plan, a roadmap to guide you towards the knowledge and experience you need to reach your goals. That's awesome.
It's a fantastic resource, especially if you're feeling lost or unsure about your next steps. And, you know, even with the best career advice, sometimes you need a little extra motivation to keep going, especially when the job search feels tough.
Ugh, those rejections can be brutal. It's so easy to start doubting yourself and feeling discouraged. Does RoleCatcher have anything to help job seekers stay motivated and focused on their goals when those moments of self-doubt start creeping in?
You bet they do. RoleCatcher's blog and resource center are packed with inspiring stories, helpful tips, and expert advice on everything from overcoming job search challenges to staying positive and resilient throughout the whole process. It's a treasure trove of encouragement and practical advice.
So it's like a virtual cheerleader in your corner, reminding you of your strengths and encouraging you to keep going, even when things get rough.
Exactly. And they also have webinars and online events where you can connect with other job seekers, learn from experts, and get inspired by real-life success stories.
Love that. That's a good reminder that you're not alone in this, that there are other people out there facing the same challenges, and they're rooting for you.
Yeah.
They get what you're going through. It's easy to feel isolated when you're job hunting, so those connections can make a huge difference.
I agree completely. And you know, even with all these amazing resources and support, it's still possible to feel a bit overwhelmed by everything RoleCatcher has to offer.
That's true. It's a lot to take in. I can see how someone might feel lost or not sure how to use everything RoleCatcher has. Is there any kind of help available to guide people through the platform?
Absolutely. RoleCatcher's customer support team is fantastic. You can reach them by email, phone, even live chat. They're there to answer any questions you have, help you if you run into problems, and guide you through the platform so you can use it easily.
So it's like having a personal concierge for your job search, making sure you're getting the most out of RoleCatcher's tools and resources.
You got it. And their support team is known for being super responsive and helpful. They really want to make sure everyone has a positive experience, whether your question is big or small.
Okay, so this all sounds incredible. But what about the cost? Is RoleCatcher only for people who can afford a premium subscription? Or are there options for people like me who are on a tighter budget?
RoleCatcher wants to make sure everyone can use their services. No matter their financial situation, they have both free and paid options, so you can choose what works best for you and your budget.
That's great news. It means that whether you're a seasoned pro with years of experience or a recent grad just starting out, RoleCatcher has a plan to help you reach your goals. But those free plans can sometimes be limited. Do you get everything RoleCatcher has with the free plan? Or are there some restrictions?
Great question. With the free plan, you get a lot of RoleCatcher's main features, like the CV resume builder, the job search engine, and their networking platform. But some of the more advanced stuff, like the AI tailoring and personalized coaching, those are only available with a paid subscription.
So it's like a test drive. You can try it out and see if you like it before you commit to paying. That's a smart way to get a feel for what RoleCatcher is all about.
Exactly. And for people who are ready to invest in their job search and really take advantage of everything they offer, RoleCatcher has different paid plans to fit different budgets and needs.
So it's about choosing the plan that matches your goals and what you can afford. But are the paid subscriptions actually worth it?
If you're serious about leveling up your job search, maximizing your chances of success, and getting access to a powerful network of support and resources, then I'd say absolutely.
It's like investing in your future, giving yourself the tools and resources that can make a real difference in reaching your career goals.
It is. It's about using technology to your advantage and using every resource available to help you succeed. But I know some people might still be hesitant about using AI in their job search. They might worry it's too impersonal or that it takes the human touch out of things. What would you say to those folks?
Yeah, I get that. It's easy to feel like AI is trying to replace human connection and intuition.
It's a valid concern, but it's important to remember that AI, especially with RoleCatcher, it's designed to enhance the human experience, not replace it. These AI tools are meant to empower you, to give you the insights and resources you need to make smart decisions and present yourself in the best possible way.
So it's about using AI as a tool, as a partner in your job search, not as a replacement for your own skills, your effort, your unique personality.
You got it. It's about using all the tools you have to achieve your goals. And in today's competitive job market, using the power of AI can give you that extra advantage and help you stand out.
It's about working smarter, not harder, and making sure your talents and hard work get seen by the right people.
Exactly. But I also want to acknowledge that even with the best technology and support, job searching can still be a roller coaster of emotions. It's easy to get discouraged, especially when you get rejections or things don't go your way.
It can really knock your confidence. It's easy to take those rejections personally, even though it's often just a matter of not being the right fit for that particular role.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And that's why RoleCatcher has a community forum where you can connect with other people who are looking for jobs, share your experiences, and get support from people who understand exactly what you're going through. It's a safe space to vent your frustrations, celebrate your successes, and get advice from people who've been there.
That's such a great resource. It's important to remember that you're not alone in this.
Yeah.
There are other people out there facing similar challenges, and they're there to offer support and encouragement.
Absolutely. And RoleCatcher also has a fantastic blog and resource center full of articles, tips, and expert advice on all things job searching. From writing cover letters to negotiating your salary and benefits, it's a wealth of info that can help you handle those tricky situations and make good decisions.
I love that. It's like having a library of job search knowledge right at your fingertips. You can find answers to your questions, get expert advice, and most importantly, stay motivated throughout the process.
You got it. And one of the things I really respect about RoleCatcher is that they're committed to helping job seekers in more ways than just providing resources. They also fight for fair and ethical hiring practices. And they're working to make the job market more transparent and equitable for everyone.
That's inspiring. It's about using technology not just for yourself, but to make the whole job search system better for everyone involved.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes RoleCatcher different from other job platforms. It's not just a platform. It's a mission-driven company that truly wants to help people find fulfilling and rewarding careers.
So it's about more than just getting a job. It's about finding your purpose, using your talents, and making a positive impact.
You're right. And with RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools, personalized resources, and amazing support, you can start that journey with confidence, knowing you have what it takes to succeed.
We spent a lot of time talking about how awesome RoleCatcher is as a resource for the whole job search. You can build your CV, practice for interviews, find the perfect company culture.
It really is like a complete toolkit helping you stand out from the competition.
It's wild, though, even with all this tech, it's easy to forget something super important. At the end of the day, getting a job is about making a connection with another person.
Yeah, no matter how amazing AI gets, it's that human spark that really seals the deal.
So how do we bring those two things together? How do we bring that human touch into the AI-powered world of RoleCatcher?
Well, one way is through telling your story. Remember those star stories we talked about? They're a great way to make your experiences come alive.
They let you show off your skills and personality in a way that interviewers will remember.
And RoleCatcher's AI can actually help you make those stories even better. It can analyze what you're saying and give you suggestions on how to make them more captivating.
It's like having a personal storytelling coach, helping you create a narrative that really hooks your audience.
Exactly. And another way to bring in that human touch is through RoleCatcher's community forum. It's a place where you can connect with other people going through the same thing.
You can vent, you can celebrate your wins, and just know that you're not alone in this crazy job search process.
It's not just about complaining, though. You can also swap advice, share resources, even find out about jobs that aren't publicly advertised.
It's like having a secret network, and it's all driven by real people who want to help each other succeed.
It's amazing, right? But even with all the great features that RoleCatcher offers, remember, it's still up to you to bring your best self to that interview.
Absolutely. No tech in the world can replace being prepared, showing your enthusiasm, or being passionate about what you do.
So make sure you do your research, practice your answers, and most importantly, let your personality shine through.
Show those interviewers why you are the perfect person for that sports journalist job.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to think about. What are you most excited to share with the world of sports? What are those stories that you're burning to tell?
What unique perspective do you bring? What questions are you dying to answer?
Because at the end of the day, it's that passion, that drive to find and tell amazing stories that's going to set you apart.
So go out there, find those stories, and use all the tools and advice we talked about today to make sure people hear what you have to say.
And remember, RoleCatcher is there with you every step of the way, helping you achieve your goals and make your mark on the world of sports journalism.
Well, that brings our deep dive on preparing for your sports journalist interview to a close. We covered a lot, from tackling tricky questions to using the power of AI and making those all-important human connections.
I really hope everyone listening feels inspired and ready to go out there and get their dream jobs.
I do too. Remember, the world of sports is waiting for your unique voice, so go make it happen.